Today's tutorial I'm going to just show you that there's always more than one way to do something, especially in programming. Lots of times if I show you something in a tutorial, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily the best way to do something. So I'm going to show you some commands and some different ways to do the same thing. Now I've been familiar with the sequence command, so if I just do SCQ, a number and then an end number, we'll just do 10. You'll see that it outputs 1 through 10. I can also start at a different number, so I can start at 5 through 10. I can also tell it to go by fives. So there's 5 through 25 counting by fives, or counting by twos. So that's one way to get a sequence of numbers. And I've used that in the past in for commands. So I'll give you an example. For I in, and then I use the sequence command 1 through 10, and I tell it what to do. I can say echo number $I done. Oh, that's a $I, and you can see it numbers 1 through 10. But I just found out recently a more appropriate way to do that would be with this little, don't know what you call it, a regular expression. If I just do echo and then inside the squiggly brackets I put my first number, dot dot, and the second number, and close that, you can see it does 1 through 10. And I can use that in the for command instead of the sequence. I can use it like so. And it's a little bit shorter and more appropriate, more proper than using the sequence in that situation. It also has some benefits in that it doesn't just have to be numbers. I can do letters, and I can do A through Z, and you can see it prints out A through Z. I can also do echo A dot dot Z squiggly bracket, and you'll see it spits out like that. Can also do capitals, and we can also go capitals through lowercase, basically in an ASCII order if you're familiar with ASCII. If not, it's not important. Also, it can go reverse. So if I wanted to go from 10 to 1, or I can go from, let's say, G to A. So it's a little more useful than the sequence command. And as you can see, I'm basically doing a lot of the same thing, just in different ways. So just because I'm doing something one way doesn't mean it's the only way, and definitely does not mean it's the best way. Lots of times when I write scripts to get something done, and I'm just happy that it works, not necessarily that it's the best way to do it. But if you're going to get really into programming, you really should look for the best ways to do stuff. Just sometimes we get lazy and we just use what we know instead of looking for a better answer. So it's a few new commands I showed you today. I hope it was helpful, and visit bashscripts.info when you get a chance.